Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Chidi Asa Takes. And where do I start from right now? I haven't made a video since the game yesterday, and fellas, I'm telling you guys, it's been a rough day yesterday. I don't know how you're feeling as a Chelsea fan. Uh, it was a loss that is quite devastating because of where Chelsea is right now. And obviously, you've seen the rounds. A lot of people in the social media are talking about how bad we were, and of course, there's no way back because some people have given up about this game. There's a second leg coming up in a couple weeks or so. But I don't know. I just wanted to share with you guys what I thought about the game. Obviously, I watched the game, and in the first seven minutes, we had that first goal against us. You know, I think that's where everything changed because once Arsenal scored that goal, we knew that it was going to be tough for anything to happen. And you could say, Arsenal got away with that goal because of the way they, attack either the goalkeeper or the defenders. It's always chaos right there. And I thought Robert Sanchez should have been stronger, but of course, if you look at it closely again, I thought he had a little push from the back, which even if it was a light push, it kind of made him jump and he missed the ball completely. Now that's on him, okay? He should be a little bit stronger. But then, we go ahead and in the 49 minutes in the second half, that Victor Gyökeres goal, man, oh Lord. A low cross from the right wing. He his two hands touched the ball, but it went right on the hand. And of course, you have who there? Victor Gyökeres. He was right there to tap it in. One of the easiest goals he was scored this season. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my word, I hope this is not going to be a wipeout. Because we're down 2-0 now in the 49th minute, and then the coach decides to make some changes. He brings on Garnacho, and Garnacho was able to score one goal in the 57th minute. Now, from that point on, after he scores that goal, I thought Chelsea had momentum. We were going. And I don't know if it's just they got tired but Zubimendi was able to carry the ball. Did he even dribble anybody? He just faked the defenders one way, fakes another shoot. Of course, Fofana tries to kneel down, thinking he was going to shoot, but then he goes a little bit step forward and blasts it in. So we're down 3-1 in the 71st minute of the game. And there you go Garnacho again. He comes up in the 83rd minute. He has a volley that hits the ground and goes into the post. Of course, I think Gabriel was trying to stop it, but he was too far. So 3-2 down at home. Liam Rosinho's first game at Stamford Bridge. And I have mixed feelings because a lot of people have written us out, but that's not me. I know there's a lot of problems going on in the club. I know the owners, fans are not happy with the owners. And I want to look at it from this point. the coach has only had maybe a few days. Okay, in football time, I'll say he had only 5 minutes with the team. He hasn't been able to instill any knowledge or his style of play on them. We do see traces of what he wants to do, but the players have to learn that. How long did it take Maresca to get that happen or get that happening to the team? It took a while. So we're going to have to wait and be patient again because the owners decided to fire the coach in the middle of the season. Now, last season, they let Pochettino go at the end of the season and then they hired Enzo Maresca. But this time around, they let Enzo Maresca leave during halfway through the season. And now the new coach has no time. He is being demanded to bring results. How's that going to happen in the middle of the season? It's almost a disaster. So here's what I think. I think giving him time, we are going to see that he could be a little bit better than Enzo Maresca. Now, fine. He has no titles in his name. He hasn't coached any big club. But funny enough, those are the ones that might come and surprise you. And I'm believing that, okay? I'm just like that. I'm just positive like that. Because I want to see the team succeed. I want to see any coach in the team succeed. Because if he succeeds, that means the club is succeeding. We are winning games. We are, we're getting titles. But if he doesn't succeed, we're just going to have another manager come in and he's going to try to implement his own style of play. And guess what? The cycle just continues round and round. You get my point? And I'm looking at the statistics from that game. Overall statistics, possession, 57% Chelsea to 42 Arsenal. That tells me that he likes possession-based football. In terms of the shots on goal, we had about almost equal, 5 for Chelsea and 6 for Arsenal. The shots attempt, 10 to Chelsea and then 17 for Arsenal. Now, granted, we didn't have all our best players in that team. And I think that's something that gave Arsenal the opportunity. And that's why this game is just kind of weird, because when I saw that first goal and the second goal, I was like, okay, we're going to get hit by maybe 4 or 5-0 today. But we ended up completing the game at 3-2. We still have a chance. We still have a chance. In the lineup, the coach had Chalobah, Fofana, Achempong, and Cucurella, who just came back in the defense line. In the midfield, there's a new pairing of Fernandes and Santos. Remember the last game again with Charlton? It was Caicedo and Santos. I thought they did brilliantly. Now, fine, that is not Arsenal, but I felt like they worked together very well. But in this game, Fernandes and Santos, they don't have that mesh right there. Then in the attack, he had Neto, João Pedro, Esteval, and Gui. Esteval, I thought, was the best man on the pitch because he was the one driving forward, try to beat his defender, take a couple of defenders, take a shot. This is what I expect Neto to be doing more than often. I thought he used to do that, but right now, Esteval was the person who was really, really pushing and pushing. So who was missing in that team? Liam Delap was missing. Cole Palmer was missing. Rhys James missing. Caicedo missing. Of course, what's his name again? We have another defender that was missing because of illness. Okay, and I'm telling you, we had a lot of folks on that team that ordinarily, if we had everybody fit, they wouldn't start the game. Now, Garnacho was the only firepower that I see that came in the second half and really helped or did his best. But everybody else, I think they need to wake up. They need to wake up and show that regardless of if you are the one starting or not the regular starter, you need to give your best every single time. Now, this coach has talked about mentality, being able to fight from minute 1 all the way to minute 90 or even over than that. He's talked about we need to fight. And last night, they showed a little bit of fight, but Arsenal was just too good. They were just better. So I think next game, we might have a chance. I know it's going to be tough, but just think about this. If we go into the Emirates and we score the first goal, that changes everything, right? That changes everything, and it's a battle out. But until then, we have to see how the team performs in the next game. For the game against Brentford, well, the coach has said there's some kind of a flu going on, some kind of flu going on in the team, and it's starting to affect not just some players but staff. However, I believe Cole Palmer and Reece James, they are back. Probably waiting on Jamie Gittins and Leon Delap. Maybe by tomorrow, he should be able to find out who is ready and fit to play. But my word, getting beaten at home against Arsenal is one of the worst things ever. And Arsenal, they at that stage right now where they look like nobody can beat them. And that's what's annoying, because I thought we could at least beat them in this game and go to Highbury and go to the Emirates and see if we can get a point out of there. So that's where we are right now with the team. It's going to be tough, but obviously the coach needs to make sure that he addresses some things. He did say that he asked some of the players like Sanchez to do some things or certain things that he is not used to doing. Well, that is what we get when we keep on replacing coaches, because of course the coach is going to come in with his own style. I'm not going to blame the players because they try to take instructions, and sometimes it takes you a moment before you really get a mastery of something. Okay, whether it's at your job, whatever it is that you do in business, it takes you some time to master exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish every single day. So in football, I think it's the same thing, right? So obviously, we need to start getting some wins. The Premiership is very important. We are currently 7 points. We are currently 7th in the Premier League. All right, and the team we're playing, they are currently 5th in the league. All right, just 2 points. Brentford is at 33 points, while Chelsea is at 31 points. If we beat them, then we go over them to 34 points. But guess what? We're going to still be 1 point behind Liverpool. And of course, if Liverpool wins their game, it takes them back up to 4 points ahead of us. And we have to start looking at other teams in that mid-table now. Like, I'm looking at, oh my goodness, Sunderland, Fulham, Manchester United, Newcastle. All these teams winning their games puts us in the peril. So what that means is we are back to fighting for top 4 or top 5, whatever, if we're lucky. But a lot of things need to be changed. Players have to be improved. The medical team, I don't know what they're doing. This flu has kind of kept some players out, and it's just not good at this moment. Okay, but let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section. All right, moving on. There's another game that was played yesterday. That was between Nigeria and uh, and Morocco. We know that ended in penalties, and of course, Morocco went ahead to win the game, 4 goals to 2. Nigeria was not able to convert 2 penalties, and Morocco took advantage after they also missed 1 penalty. So the final for the African Cup of Nations will be between Senegal and host Morocco. You know, there's a lot of things about the officiating, not just in that game yesterday, but overall in the tournament. And I think that's something that CAF needs to look at, because if we want to get the best teams, if we want the best competition, if we want to grow African football, we need to have the best officiating. All right, there's a lot of calls in several games in CAF so far in the African Cup of Nations that are very, very questionable. And coming out every single game to explain, that shows something is, it's a lot of controversy on those decisions. So it's something that CAF needs, really, really address. And when it went to penalties, I knew it was any team's game at that moment. Penalties are not always cut and paste, because sometimes you could hit the ball very well, but the keeper might read exactly where the ball is going and save it. And actually, those 2 keepers, they had some saves. All right, Wabali saved, I believe, saved a penalty, and then the Moroccan keeper, he also saved 2 penalties. So that, of course, tells you the keepers, they did their best. The players, they did their best. It was a good game, but I really wanted Nigeria to win, but we did not. Well, that's okay. Now we have to go and face Egypt in the final third round. In the third round, actually, because of course Egypt lost to Senegal. Senegal is becoming their nemesis now. They are Achilles heel, because they've been losing to Senegal for, I don't know, 3 times now. 3 times, and Senegal kicked them out of the African Nations Cup, the World Cup. That was the last World Cup, and now they kick him out of the African Nations Cup semifinals. So it will be Nigeria versus Egypt, and of course Senegal will be playing the host nation, Morocco. I can't tell who is going to win, but Senegal looks very, very strong. Morocco was strong, but I think Senegal may just edge them, because Senegal is much more stronger. But as long as the officiating goes well, I really expect Senegal to win that game. But again, let me know your thoughts about all this and more in the comments. And if you haven't, please do me a favor and smack that like button. Okay, subscribe to this channel. If you like the content, I try to give you as much content as I can. Also, you can check out my Facebook page, where I have some contents also for you. But in the moment, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the evening, and thank you and God bless.